Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. I told you yesterday, no Jeets. Having a lot of fun here. Friends, we have a 101,000 American dollar Bitcoin price, which is fantastic to see. We did actually start to move up suddenly, and I'm going to show you the weekly chart soon. This is the Bitcoin price. We're actually going back towards that new all-time high. The record high will be above 104K. 105. I mean, like, everyone, we're just frozen. We're like, wow, $100,000 is like the norm now. We're like accepting it. Yes, friends. If you understand market caps, you understand they are printing 7% of the money supply every year. Do you understand what 7% of the money supply every year means? It means if you're earning 10% in your Australian home Ponzi or in the stock market Ponzi or any other Ponzi, maybe gold went up 10%. If you're earning 10, you didn't actually earn 10. You earned 3. Okay, is 3% enough to get you anywhere in less than 30 years? No, it's not. You either need to do turbo leverage. Luckily, property lets you do it, but the other places don't let you do it. You can't do turbo leverage on stocks. You can't do turbo leverage as much as they let you do on property when it comes to gold either. So your alternative is what we're looking at right now. That's why, like, the Bitcoin growth rate, friends, if Bitcoin just grows at 40% per year from our halvening, we will still get to, see here, 40% per year growth. It gets to $268,000 by 2028. But we can have the euphoria before it. So hopefully we hit like 268 next year as we price in a bit of that friendship. Now, as promised, there would be a lot of nipple tweaking, which is going to see us much higher. The Bitcoin price chart, this is the weekly. The weekly's now actually flipped green, which is nice. The actual candles themselves. I still consider this a pit stop that we come back in 2 years. We'll see. Okay, and I want this to be the final pit stop. So right now you're like, I'm not scared of a $90,000 pit stop. Yeah, you're not scared. However, when you're like all in and like everyone's like turbo long at maybe $300,000 BTC or something redonkulous, yeah, you're gonna be scared of you're gonna be scared like 200,000. You're like, oh, we'll bounce off that. And then I'm like, okay, what about 100,000? You're like, no way. What if it went to $90,000? You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna scare you at the time. And you're not even gonna. We're having fun now. And I'll play some Pumpy G music, but you're not going to be laughing when that happens, because even to usher the words $20,000 BTC when we were at 60,000, okay, it was, friends, you're spitting on people's mothers. That is how much blasphemy it was to say that at the time, and it turned out to be right. Now that others BTC ratio, it's done a nice wick. It's actually starting to move back up. This is a decent pit stop, friends. We went up, just smack down. Not really a smackdown, just 1 week, and hopefully we continue up higher. That's pretty much all you need to see. That's it. We're like, hey, man, we just flipped green on the weekly super trend. I don't want to fade a weekly super trend flip. Do you? No, you don't. I can also show you now, everyone's obviously going to be looking at, the others or the total market cap for crypto. This is pretty much the others chart as well. You can see it came back and did a back test out here. We've got a while to go. But look, to be honest, friends, this is a log chart fib. They're dangerous to rely on them. This is the actual fib of this. If you go to the highest extension, you hit 1 trillion. But man, from today, that's only a 2.6x. So if you remember, like, for example, PulseChain, it did like a double multiplier on that. Does that mean PulseChain tops out at 5x in the next wave? It's possible, man. It's possible. I'll just show you an example. It is possible. Remember, in wave 1, yeah, it's very, very possible for that to happen. But then that's what you really got to believe. And like after that point, you pretty much get forced to believe in a pDAI pegging, because that would start the Hyperloop phase. Fantastic to see as well. PulseChain is up 5.55%. I've just been seeing a lot of 555 recurrings. Have you? And a lot of 369 lately. So where would a 5x take PulseChain out here? It would actually take it around here, 4.4x day one sack. So that's where it would go for that. This is kind of funny, man. How many times did you see me just do this? I go, you know what? We come up, we fake out, Eric wins his bet, whatever. Everyone thinks it's over. And then you never know, man. Maybe a pDAI peg happens here. And then actually we begin the Hyperloop. You never know. By the way, yes, that is 100x day one sack. That would be a real test of believers, by the way, because I'm going to show you some stuff, friends. A lot of KOLs, BCB, MMCrypto. Like, let me know if you hear of anybody else out there. MMCrypto, BCB, Crypto Banter, maybe even Steve, Crypto Crew University, Steve. They all think it's going to end early. Yeah, I'm not sure if Steve does, so don't quote me on that one. But I know the other three definitely. I'll even show you posts coming out now. Like, everyone's like really, really, really convinced, oh, this thing's ending like so early. I'm like, bro, learn from the guy who conceptualized the dark prophecy, okay? If anyone should be sticking to his guns that we're going to end early, it should be me. But I got the news right. I got Donald Trump right. I got literally everything right. I got the Fed moves right. I got literally everything right. But there was no altcoin market-wide euphoria. That's it. We did not get others BTC going up. So when I talk about that, that's actually what I'm saying. We did not get others BTC up here. So this year, we didn't get it up here, okay? We are down here. So pretty much your portfolio isn't like, you know, maybe should be 7x higher than it is right now. Okay, right now in this year, but it's not. And look, can I be wrong? And we all get gypped? We can, bro. But like, man, just the Holy Spirit came down. Donald Trump, Matrix dodged the bullet. Gary Gensler's out. Michael Saylor, turbo buying FOMO. Countries adopting. There's too much leverage buying. Friends, like just when you think, okay, can't get any better than this. Okay, the US government says Bitcoin strategic reserve. You also have an inflationary president. Like, you know how, friends, you don't understand, I might show you a clip later. Do you understand how terrible the average person estimates inflation? They have no idea how to estimate. It's very, very bad. It's almost like, it's like the big macroeconomists, they know this. That's why the central bankers, they know it. They play on everybody. And high inflation is actually good for us because there's higher odds. People think that the money's watering away to zero faster. And like they can never predict like a deflationary bust in the currency to actually put a bid on it, on the currency instead of like an offer. So they'll rush in like 1 year. And because these moves are so macro, they're like, oh, the Fed will never change, right? It's exactly what happened in 2021. Big news today, friends. We have 1 billion USDT minted at Tether headquarters. So they minted more Tether, which is beautiful to see. That's pretty much like this is bull market juice. Now the Tether line is the red line here. See how it's going up and to the right? That's wonderful. See how it's just accelerating, man? Man, that's wild, friends. Look at this. Look at this. The price goes up and then Tether's market cap goes up as well. Now, this global liquidity index, this is not the full liquidity thing, okay? It is part of it. It's most of it. It was doing its job. But unfortunately, there's a few of the TGAs. There's a few, I think, something else that... Remember, the government's full scam, okay? So you have a data source and the Federal Reserve, okay, without telling you, they're like, too many people are trying to use this to figure out our money printing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make just another Excel sheet, which you don't have data for yet, but we're going to put it on the website. We'll make another Excel sheet and we'll just siphon some of the money to there and then we'll just print new money into that block. So now your model is meant to have like 6 variables in there, but it's only got like 3 because they have to keep updating this stuff over time. It gets cumbersome. And then when they start matching that, they just move to something else. You see what I mean, friends? It's like a sleight of hand trick. They're doing the same thing. It doesn't matter which Excel sheet database that they throw the imaginary Ponzi currency units into. It doesn't matter whatsoever. All that matters is they press the money printer and it goes somewhere. That's it. If they press the money printer and no one gets it, nothing matters. Okay, but if they press the money printer and it actually goes to any account, it's eventually going to seep in, and that's what the market is front running. In other news today, friends, we have Elon Musk. His net worth hit a whopping $400 billion. Man, that is wild, man. 400 billion. Can you believe it? Like, if you're a billionaire now, the guy puts you in his back pocket. Literally, my gosh. Friends, that's like, let's say your net worth is $100,000. And that's somebody with $2,500 net worth sitting at the table. Okay, you'd be like, wow, I'm, really, really, really. Actually, sorry, friends, it's worse. It's worse. If you have $100,000, it's somebody with a $250 net worth. Oh my gosh. You're like, hey man, let me pay for your stuff out here. That's like Elon Musk saying, oh, you just hit the 1 billion mark. I mean, like, man, that's wild. If you want to see Tesla as well, friends, Tesla, the stock actually hit $420, the meme number. It's actually gapping up through. I've got to remind you as well, Elon Musk was dumping the crap out of this for billions of dollars up here. But man, these stocks, friends, they're Ponzi's, man. They're Ponzi's, 75% drop. Man, we never got this in our crypto. Look how much of a cheat mode stocks are. Do you understand how lucky they are? Maybe they're stupid. I don't want to call it stupid because it's what we all want. This is what the ETF unlocks over time for Bitcoin, by the way. Over time. Not now, but like later on, okay? You get look at this. You drop 75% and you just V-reverse back to the middle of the range. But what the hell is that? You drop 75% and now, like, look at this. Like 6 months later, you're only down 30%. That's like Bitcoin goes down to yeah, man, I'm trying to Bitcoin goes down from 60K down to 15K, but then 6 months later it's up back like 45. That's it. That's your bear market 2022. Man, it's just, yeah, what a cheat mode. And if you'd like to know why is the stock market able to do this? The ETFs, man. It's because of the pension money. Everyone's retirement money. They have a $60 billion bid going in monthly to the stock market for everyone to retire. $60 billion. So that gets allocated. So they buy at any price because they can't withdraw it anyway. It's like a 25-year-old carpenter and like maybe a 35-year-old squeaky chair maker. Yeah, they have to DCA into this forcefully. They send the money to their superannuation or whatever, and they just go throw the money. And they're like, hey, you can't touch it for 30 years anyway. So just DCA buy it. Then that's why everyone in crypto, like, you get to front run that now. So we're in crypto, you get to front run. That's what you were, right? Buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything. And like everyone believes, there'll be a Cardano and a Solana and an XRP one, hopefully a PulseChain one. They all get put in an index, and then everything starts to get really thrashed in. That's why, friends, a lot of people say this is the last cycle. I don't think it's the last cycle, but also I don't want to jinx it, because just in case next year they start throwing in indexes or something. We'll see. I also have this, friends. I feel like a Binance listing for PulseChain core coin will come soon. It could be like Hex, but hopefully it's Pulse PLS, the Spear. Support for the whole chain. It will help bridge pretty much a lot of the key missing links out here. So I'll show you how there's been like a lot of things going out here, friends. There's a lady named Zoe. I don't know if she's AI, if she's real. So let me let me know. You just don't know these days. There's a lot of these people, friends. CZ's now following me on Twitter. They start talking about Pulse and Pegged on the Binance intern page. So, yes, maybe we'll get through that later. But yes, let me know what you think, friends. I mean, like this, here we have a picture of Richard Hart and Binance, CZ, hanging out. Chang Peg Zhao, they call him, sipping on some sparkly, hubbly bubbly. Coinbase as well have announced they're going to list Peanut the Squirrel. So, we're all squirrels here. We hold our own nuts. So Peanut the Squirrel, it's on their roadmap, and they actually said it. They're going to list it. I'm sure the price has shot up. I saw a post here from Trader Main. So Trader Main, he posted that he bought Peanut at the start, but he fumbled it. It hit his stop loss. And Trader Main's like, he's a good trader. He's a great trader. Maybe his net worth, I don't know how much he's worth. Probably between 5 and 15 million, somewhere there. So he's a really, really good trader. He doesn't hold anything, though. He doesn't hold anything. He only believes in one thing, and Bitcoin. And like he's the guy, like, hey, let's buy Bitcoin at 20K. Let's I think he missed it. He waited for 10K. He waited for 10K Bitcoin. But that's the only thing they'll ever hold spot. And he wants to sell it at 100. Doesn't want to touch anything above that. I don't know if he's changed his mind though. But he fumbled 45 million. That's right. He fumbled 45 million, which is funny because you have this long career. You're a professional trader. Like he does like 12-hour trading and like price action stuff. I know exactly his style. I watched a lot of his videos and stuff. So yeah, he's one of the, he's always, he's like looking for these rejections and failed highs, failed lows. $45 million. And like, it was funny. Another gentleman replied to him saying, don't worry, bro. You hit your stop. Don't worry. And I'm thinking, bro, do you understand this one trade literally quintupled his freaking net worth if he just held on and he didn't have a stop loss, and it was $700. That's why that hurts the most, because that's why people are replying, bro, you're worth 5 mil. Why did you take out your $700? It was 3 sold. It was actually less than that. It was more like $600. Why Habibi? Let's play some Habibi. You're still my Habibi. Don't mind. Mr. Trader Main. Let me show you his YouTube and stuff as well. So Trader Main, yeah, he's Trader Main. He's a really good guy. He's an awesome guy. Yeah, here he is, 53,000 subs. Yeah, he's like an OG Bitcoin trader and stuff as well. Man, Fred, do you understand? Man, like, so you're gonna have an appreciation. You will, you must. Not you might, yes, you will. You do. That's it. You do. Okay, you do. You will have an appreciation for me. I know their world, man. I traded like that. I know how they trade. I know exactly in, out. I know the risk reward. I know how to do it. I had to literally let that go. It was it was the hardest family-friendly thing I ever had to enjoy in my whole life. I was like, man, all I know is candle goes up, you got to take profit. Candle goes down, you're short, you got to take profit. That's all I knew. And then like to be eventually learning the long-term thing, man. Like it was like, wow. glad I did though, because we had to really understand like why do things actually do work out. But it's funny that the swings, they take so long to turn at the bottom that no one ever believes. You saw that. No one ever believes. They're like, bro, it's never going to turn. You're so stupid. It's never going to work out, man. Like, who's laughing now? They're all, I'm friends. We're laughing, but no, we're not laughing like, we don't laugh at people like that. But yeah, they're going to learn the hard way, man. I mean, we tried to help you. I mean, like, gee, I can't figure it out. Maybe the first 4,200 videos, maybe they haven't gotten through to you. It will eventually, though. Also, baby doll pumpkins, my pDAI prophecy is actually starting to play out. So I have a post here from Crypto7. So shout out to Crypto7. I just want to let you know, Mr. 7. So I had a prophecy for pDAI, just so everyone knows. Okay, so this is the pDAI to eDAI chart, and I believe so. As soon as it crossed 1 cent, okay, friends, I started making even more videos. I'm like, man, the FOMO level, guys. We're actually, this thing is real, right? And I conceptualized that the narrative, as more people revealed through like just reading to themselves, that Richard Hort is an operator behind pDAI. As it became more and more obvious and the price went up, the narrative would shift. And I predicted this narrative shift, okay? So I don't trade narratives. I invest in communities, okay? But it's something cool to at least know we're on track. And the narrative shift was, it would be less about, is Richard involved or not? So we would move away from that. So that's what it was at the start. Is he involved? He's not. Which is still there, but we would start to phase out of that. And now the new talking point, I guess the counter sides would start to be that it's not even 100x to $1 anymore. It's only a 30x. And then when pDAI gets to 10 cents, it's going to ramp up even more. When pDAI gets to 10 cents, friends, hopefully if, okay, but in my mind, when pDAI gets to 10 cents, and what a nice chart, by the way, the narrative is going to be, oh man, you are only look at this, you're only a 10x to $1, and then you have to sell. Okay, which, look, it's true. Here's the thing, but man, look, I'm just telling you, and I've told you this many, many times in many videos. Highest value content in crypto, like, subscribe. I no longer think, is this trade going to happen soon or later? Because I've noticed, and you've noticed, look at XRP. You think that something's going to take forever to move. It probably happens sooner than you think. And the stuff that you think is going to happen tomorrow takes a long time. Example, PulseChain. Example, Hex. Okay. So now I have, and by the way, another one was the grayscale BTC. You could have bought Bitcoin at like, that 50% discount or whatever, that huge discount. Yeah. So now, like, I want you to learn this for the next bear market. So when you come across stuff, don't look at it and go, oh, this thing is going to take like 5 years to move and this thing will take 1 year to move. I'm going to throw all my money into that thing that I think is going to move fast. Okay, don't ever do that. What you should do is just say, hey, I have identified a cheap thing. It's in value. I believe it's in value. I'm getting in. That's it. That's it. I just get in and I'm throwing it away. And I'm not looking at it. Okay, so that's the premise you should lean on. So it's a Mr. Crypto 7. I'm going to say it. Hex on Ethereum is a sexier narrative now than pDAI. It's 0.55 cents and it's 55 cents to the all-time high, which is the 100x. And the founder loves it again. pDAI is a nice narrative, but Hex is much better. So yeah, that's why you're going to start to see these things. But like, I encourage everybody, instead of thinking about one thing is better than the other, it's better really to like show everybody, look at all this opportunity, man. Like up 2 years, there was like 0 opportunity. Now there's like 5. You're like, oh, which one? It's like you've been dying for ice cream for your cheat meal for a week, and then you finally get the choice of ice cream, and they're like, oh my gosh, not only are you going to get ice cream, there's like 15 flavors to choose from. You're like, I don't know which one. Okay, that's something to be appreciated and enjoyed as well. Also, shout out to Patrick, who made these laser eye pictures of Michael Saylor, friends. If you remember, this was Michael Saylor on stage. Why? So, friends, why do I remember this? Because remember, I made a whole video on it, right? Michael Saylor, he was looking at Scottie Pippen, when Scottie Pippen said, yeah, I met Satoshi in 1993. Yeah, that was just hilarious because he's talking about God here. He's talking about God. Remember, even when he went on and explained himself, he's like, yeah, we don't talk about Satoshi. Like, it's a revered, holy status. Also, he puts the heart here. This is this is good with the sparkly. Oh man, you can tell Michael Saylor. His friends. Michael Saylor. I don't think he's got any kids, so that's all he does. He sits on his ledger. His ledger's got 420,000 BTC, literally that much. He owns 4% of supply, and he's just banging babes all day. So I guess nice life, sir. But you know, he's got no kids to give the Bitcoin to. And by the way, I made scheduled posts and stuff, but just remind everyone, he actually said he wants to dive with the BTC. No one's getting it. That's it. That's his gift. That's his gift. It's kind of funny, man. It's funny. Let me know what you think. So this is friends one. This is Zoe. I asked Zoe, Queen Crypto. I said, "Hey Zoe, blink once if Binance is going to list PulseChain." You know, and she replied, "Unfortunately, I have a non-disclosure." Friends, there was 400 of you. There's 180 comments. There's so many views. I was like, comment number 300. I posted. I'm like, yeah, she's not going to see this anyway. So I'm just like, hey, let's have some fun. She replied. It's kind of funny, you know. This is just hilarious. Now, I want to show you a lot of the things which are suggesting. See, friends, I don't want to hype anybody up because we don't need any of these. But I'm saying that respectfully. Look at all the things we've done without them. Okay, you know, PulseChain, friends, it's doing like $40 million of volume a day. You can see how we're more correlated to the Ethereum price anyway. And yeah, if people want to make money, they come and bridge in, okay? And we have a very, very sticky community. So I just noticed as well, on the deck screen, if you go to the left-hand side, look at the volume ranking. So Pooey, friends, you can't even count Pooey. Look how high we are in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're like 6th. And XRP chain is right up here. But XRP, friends, based off XRP's market cap, they should literally be number 1, just to show you. But yeah, that's actually awesome, man. I actually want to make a post. And actually, I've just made a nice posty, friends, to alert everybody. So you got to remember, why is this big, friends? There's no cheating going on here. So what you can do is you can actually go, see, friends, if you go to Pooey, let's go check out Pooey. See, friends, Pooey, you see like, oh wow, $194 million of volume. No, there's a lot of scamming on it. Look at this. Change the volume counter. Look at this. USDC. So they already have $70 million of volume. And by the way, here's another one. So 78, man, almost like $90 million of volume. There you go. Already, like without even me checking anything, already almost like 30%, all your volume is just the stablecoin arbitrage. Now, the stablecoin arbitrage, friends, it's trash. It's trash. Why? Because, like, obviously it's counted, but like, okay, so someone buys $1 million of USDC here, and then they sell $1 million and 1 cent on the other side. There you go. So they're like, oh, you did $2 million and a cent of volume. You bought and then you sold. Great. And you're like, no, bro, that's not real. You know what I mean? Like that's tiny arbitrage, and that's crossing with the exchanges as well because they have it there. And another thing too, friends, like for example, XRP chain, Pooey and stuff. So their coins, they're listed on Binance. So what happens is if the coin on Binance deviates, because there's all the bots, they're arbitraging with like, you know, BTC and ETH. Because here's the thing, friends, there's all these big funds. They have like risk in like certain coins. So what they'll do is they'll hedge with Bitcoin or Ethereum because they can't unload fast enough. So like, oh, we're long. Well, let's say that we're long, like, you know, $3 million worth of Pooey. And they're like, okay, what's our risk? Our risk is if Bitcoin drops, we're going to get destroyed. So what they do is they calculate these models. They go, oh, if we're long $3 million of Pooey, let's put like a bit of a short on BTC or ETH so that like if it drops in the next, you know, couple of months and we can't get out of this giant position, obviously Pooey, they have a bigger one out here. That's okay because they make money on the other leg. Now, it's not a full hedge per se, but they could also do this because in their portfolio, for example, they might have like a lot of small altcoins, like 10 million market cap stuff. So like, for example, let's say you have something, let's say a Pika. I'll just use Pika on PulseChain, for example. No one does this, but you might think, okay, what's your risk to Pika? Your risk on Pika is, obviously there's a lot of things, or just randomly because it's a small altcoin, but you might think, okay, well, if Ethereum drops 70%, we're all wrecked. Ethereum. So what they'll do is, so people will do is they go, oh, I've got $10,000 of exposure of Pika. What I'll do is I'll put an Ethereum short, and I'll put an Ethereum short for 3x leverage. They'll put it on leverage. So they'll put Ethereum short because if Ethereum goes up, okay, that's okay because you're on leverage. If Ethereum goes up like 33%, it gets you out. You lose maybe $1,000. However, your Pika is now rising. And now it gives you the chance to distribute your liquidity safely on the market. You see what I mean? So that's what people are doing. All these, that's why they're swapping between BTC and ETH and everything's cross-linked with each other. PulseChain doesn't have that though. We barely have any of that. None of these funds are touching PulseChain. You can't even get it on the centralized exchange. You can't. That's why we're so early, man. We are early. That's why I'm telling you, friends, I'm not just saying it because, yeah, I wanted to go up. I needed to go up. We'll have fun, yada, yada, yada. Okay, yeah, I've got peg nipples too. We're actually early. We are actually early. This is opportunity, okay? I've been telling everyone so many times, I go, bro, you don't want thick liquidity, Habib. You don't know what thick liquidity means, okay? I, as a trader, used to move out of products with a thick liquidity, trying to find the stuff where no one knows what the hell's going on. So does that make you bullish? It makes me bullish. Look at all these things now, friends. So CZ follows Sommi. Zoe, Binance Believe, was now exploring PulseChain. So here's CZ, friends. CZ now follows me. Just check this out. All of this just started happening. Bang, 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 instantly. CZ follows me. Zoe writes, good morning, everyone. And then she has my hearts with PulseChain in the logo cup. She's also got fluffy slippers. You understand? This is quite startling because she figured it out straight away. We've got the Highland Bull fluffy slippers out here. She's got these other cute little, I don't know what these are, cute little polar bear ones. I don't know what these cute little teddy bear ones. You see these friends, all of these, one by one. And then if you look, by the way, look at the engagement they get, by the way. You know what I mean? Straight away. And then she goes, I know the next Binance listing. Like if it's PulseChain. So shout out to Chris. He's like, please, blink, do anything. Just tell me something. Okay? Just continuously. Look at this. She follows not just him. Now she follows me. Just like, bang. Where did all these come from? I'm actually quite surprised. Very surprised. Because I didn't even know exchanges were allowed to even hint to you that you're going to get listed. Because there's so much insider front running. You saw what happened, I mean, like last year or year before. I think it was last year. Kobe found out there was a guy bought like 40 grand of a coin. He knew Coinbase was going to list it in like a week or like a few days. He bought it and then I forgot what it was. He made like a 16x or something. He made like 700 grand bang out. And I was just looking at that like, man, what a lucky SOB, man. That's like I was thinking that's a free rotation into the bottom of Hex, Pulse, and PulseX. I was thinking about that time. Like, man, that guy could be sitting on literally. Because you always do this imagination. You think anyone else making profit that they're going to come and rotate into your bag. You have like this. It's like this fear porn that they're just going to beat you, but they don't. They never do. They never ever do. Case in point, friends, Solana. Do you think all the Solana people right now? Do you think they're like looking at this, going like, "Hey, man, we've been running up for 700 days almost, and if this flips red, well, maybe there's a rotation out of like Mindchain something." They're not thinking it like that at all. All they're thinking about is they're thinking, oh, you've been wrong for 700 days and I've been right for 700 days. I'm the master of the universe. That's how they're thinking. So you got to be careful of that mindset. Even all these other Binance posts as well, friends. Turns out my pulse is pegged to Binance. I mean, like, I can't believe, even Trevor, shout out to Trevor from the PulseChain community as well. I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, did that just happen? Like, that's a joke. That's like a joke post where you and I would be like, hey, what would you do if you were the Binance intern? I'd do this, ha, 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 knowing that there's like a 0% chance for they'd ever write something like that. Like, they're dropping hints. Do they do this? Also, shout out, somebody else said that, just to temper expectations a bit, they said CZ, he teamed up with some guy and they started making memes together and everyone thought that his coin was going to get listed and then his coin never got listed. But honestly, friends, I don't even really, I don't care. I don't care. I know it's a win for everybody. It is, but we don't need these guys, man. Like we literally did everything ourselves. Brad, look, honestly, I'm not joking. And now it's too late from now. I hope it doesn't offer me this, but if I was CZ Chang Peg, if I was Peggy, I'd like, yeah, it's too late now, but I'd just like try to offer me like $1 million deal where I just do Binance BNB coverage all day. My videos, Binance memes, Binance cult stuff, Binance community stuff, like all day. Because that's the secret sauce. That's my friends, I already know this. I'm not telling you this. That's the secret sauce. But they're only going to figure this out in the next bear market. Because they're going to look back and go, oh, PulseChain, how did you guys get up there? Oh, I don't know, 4,200 videos. Literally every single waking moment. Unshakable belief. Memes, cults, religions. Do you know we shame you if you don't lock your money up for 15 years here? Do you know that? That's I think, well, no, I don't think, friends. I know that's what's happening, man. Because the VC stuff, like, all right, you got cool tech. No one hears about you. I can't relate, you know? Also, I've got to play some... That's UFO beats, by the way. He says bizarre objects in the universe because it's a UFO song, pretty much. This level of coincidence would send the UFO guy mad. Yeah, man, it really would. Really would. I mean, look, even check this out. Is PulseChain interesting? Want to know more about Hex? I am new to this ecosystem. A welcome would be appreciated. Bang, 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 straight away. They're probably trying to find out, like, what's going on here. Is there anything to report? Man, like, if they do it, friends, it'll be big, okay? It'll be big. I've written it here. So there would be huge advantages. So Pulse, PLS's speeds volume would start ratcheting up. Now everyone has to cross hedge. They participate. They start to price things out here because everyone does research. They go, oh, what's this Pulse thing? They go, oh, there's it's 1 billion market cap removing the origin address. Once they figure that out, they go, interesting, because Cardano, Charles Hoskinson coin is 38 billion. That's interesting. There's a 38x difference. Huh. That's weird. See, friends, they're not looking at EHEX, PHEX drama. They're not looking at the PulseChain dilution effect anymore. They're not looking at that. Okay, when I made those videos just to explain to you what the hell was going on. So that's in the past now. They don't care about that. They go, look, our models don't account for any of these PulseChain dilution effects that may or may not have happened literally from 3.5 years ago sacrifice. That's done now. I'm playing for the future. And they'll say, hey, I think this thing is cheap as chips. Right, and by the way, bro, like, just to show, like, look at this, okay? I'm not being racist. I repeat, I am not being racist. Dude, PulseChain is above XRP chain and Telegram in volume, okay? And Pooey, basically, we're near Pooey, okay? We're near PulseChain, PLS, right? XRP is 137x away in price, all right? Where's Pooey, friends? If you go, Pooey is 12x in price. Telegram is 16x in price. Take the average of them. Okay, let's do the average, friends. So 16 plus what? Let's do 12 plus. By the way, we're beating Cardano. They're beating Cardano. So that's plus 38 and then plus 130 divided by 4. We're 49x undervalued. By the way, once again. Okay. My nipples are pegged. I'm not being racist, but we are 49x undervalued. Just take the average of them. And you might say, oh, Sommi, that number's too high. Okay, bro, it's too high. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. What do you get, friends? 16x on average. You're undervalued by 16x. And by the way, why should you divide by 3? These guys just have fake inventory arbitrage. They should be dividing by 3. Why should we divide by 3? I'm just doing that just because 49 is like, oh, that's why. So there you go. I just calculated live in my video here for you. Yeah, that's why, like, if PulseChain does like a quick 5x, oh, I'm taking profit. Habib, do you understand anything about fundamentals? That's why, friends, I went and showed you, like, even Trader Main, guys worth $5 to $15 million from trading some of the greats and stuff. I'm telling you, dude, I had to unlearn all of that. Once I finally start to understand this, now you can see why. I'm like, bro, if you want to Jeet your Pulse or your pDAI or your Hex, you want to Jeet it out 85% from here, go for it, bro. I will happily buy the bid. I'll look for money to go borrow. Please do it. Please actually do it. It's going to be scary for a month. I don't give a crap, okay? Because I know it's literally free money. But if you're having a stop loss, they're like, oh no, my stop loss got hit. I'm 12% offside. I've got to protect my capital. Those types of people, that mindset, you get blown to pieces in this game. Holding. And momentarily, friends, what I did is I've just added something to one of my posts to, let's say you remove XRP from the calculation. Let's just say, like, a XRP, you're a unicorn of, you're just like, yeah, a group of unicorn retards. The XRP army, I love the XRP army. You guys deserve a $10 XRP for everything you've been through. So if you just say, hey, you're a special case, put yours over there, and you just do the other averages, PulseChain is undervalued 22x. 22x. Like, and let's say, like, oh, I want to do the dilution effect, which you shouldn't at this point, but let's say you did again. Okay, 7x undervalued. Bro, like, worst, can you believe it? Like, in the worst of all worst cases, you should have 7 times more money than now. Should. Based off these fundamentals. Like, you're never going to get this ever again, man. And by the way, that's how I show you. Is everyone's like, oh, wow, opportunity. Like, yeah, but we've been robbed, man. Like, why does everyone else get to have their valuations, not us? But that's how the cookie crumbles, my friends. So, you know, as we go back and check out this picture of Richard Hart and CZ, You know, friends, if man, if we got that listing, if actually PulseChain does get listed on Binance, that first mover lead on a top tier exchange, like everyone would conduit through Binance. The bridging would be like so easy in terms of like easily accessible for everyone. Even though I believe it is 1.5 years overdue. Friends, I'm not going to be mean. I'll be mean. You know what? Screw them. Starknet, dog shit, have literally 7 daily active users, okay? Biggest grift, piece of trash, VC, scam, airdrop, fake airdrop trash, listed day 1. Listed like before the listing of the exchange itself released to the world, okay? So, how, man? How? Well, you know how. We know. Okay, come on, bro. Just like, okay, you're allowed to do your deals, bro. I get it. It's a free will. But, like, can you at least feed a community trying to, like, progress crypto? You understand? Like, actually progress crypto. Can we do that? Kind of like, okay, man, like, okay, you're going to do some crimes. You shouldn't, but I know you are going to. Like, at least put some money in the church collection, you know? All right, you're going to steal your money? I can't stop you. Like, at least have a conscience. Just to please, Binance. Just think about it. You don't have to do much thinking. You're listing hippo coins. You know what I mean? Like, this is the hippo of memes, by the way. Like, you just got to think, man, this is... You know, I don't want to G everyone up. It's just like, it's so overdue. And by the way, if you go read my earlier tweets, I remember this one from 2022. I said, man, Binance might just list Hex at the very, very top and it's all over. Isn't that funny, friends? Every single one of my top signals that I've been waiting for, I'm like, don't worry, that'll happen in a long time. It happens like immediately. Andrew Tate, meme coin. Hawk Tour, meme coin. Like, over Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum ETF. I'm like, oh my gosh, all the top signals just keep hitting. All the stuff I keep guessing. Are they going to list this? I'm like, okay, well, that's not our top signal, right? So it'd be funny. It'd be funny what the actual top signal is. It might, I don't want to manifest it too early, but it might actually just be Tai Lopez. Imagine Tai Lopez comes out. Let's say he just got a Hex logo or something. Imagine that, man. That'd be cool. Now, I'm going to end with something here now, friends. An MMCrypto post to show you. A lot of people think the cycle's early. Cycle's going to end early, okay? So here's MMCrypto. Remember MMCrypto? Shout out to Chris out here. Chris, he trades triangles. He trades like mostly wedges and big TA patterns, very big macro ones in crypto. He's long only. He doesn't put shorts on. So he obviously used to drive a cab and got really famous last cycle because he did the Bybit leverage thing. So a lot of people, friends, because they don't know how to use a DEX, so they just go to do leverage on the exchanges. And yeah, friends, they made like, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million, like 100 million. He probably made 100 million that year or something. Man, that Bybit, yeah, that was freaking, that milked. Oh my God, everyone got destroyed. Everyone got destroyed, except the guys doing the affiliate links. Now, with Chris though, Chris recently made $10 million in a trade. He bought $2 million of spot XRP. It went up 4x. There's your $8 million. And then he put 500K leverage long because it broke the big macro triangle. I went through that many times. So it's total 10 million. Now, so Chris is obviously Bitcoin maxi believer and everything. So here's the thing. This bull market will be over much sooner than everyone thinks. Now, what I've noticed is all of them are saying it's going to be much sooner than everyone thinks. I'm like, wait a minute. Everyone is saying it's going to be over much sooner than everyone thinks. But they're not noticing that. You want to know why, friends? KOLs, I've just taken from me. Okay, so they don't do ground field work research like me. They don't. Okay, they don't have enough time. They got families. They're always like going around partying in Dubai, maybe doing rails in the bathroom. They got families. They're on holidays. They do all these things, friends. Like, I'm all in. Okay, literally, I'm all in. These nipples are pegged. I've still got my Band-Aids here, friends. Band-Aids for my sore nipples. That's how pegged we're going to get next year as well. So I can tell the difference. I'm like, how come I can see it and they can't? And I realize, oh, I know why. Because, friends, these people, they're successful in their own thing. They don't go and look at signals from other people because it's a waste of time to them. Because a lot of them will also say, I don't want to taint my own way of thinking by being influenced by anyone else. Okay, so that could also be an excuse for them being lazy. But like I'm like, man, I don't know anything. I want to learn from everyone. Maybe they have information, so I get a feel for what's out there. I really do need a feel. You can't quantify this. You see, you can't quantify this. I'm going around. I'm just hearing this stuff and it just appears in my head. Okay, so I'm here 18 hours a day here for you. So when I'm starting to like get this feel for it, it's kind of like it's a comedian reading the crowd. You know, a comedian goes out, reads the crowd, like, oh, have I got like an African American crowd today, or a lot of Asians in here, or maybe got a lot of Mexicanas. You know, do people understand or have a high IQ, low IQ people? Just throw some feelers out here. You know, also DJs fans. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a music event, but yeah, DJs, they have to suss out the crowd as well. So you would always think, oh, just press play. No. DJ's got to figure out, hey, is the crowd really fried on drugs yet or not? I'm not joking. So if the crowd is like really fried, no one can open their eyes, they don't play like this like super energetic type of music stuff out here. You know, this is all the trance and all the dance DJs. They don't do any of that. So they actually got to read the crowd. I had no idea about that until I started going. So I started noticing, oh, the crowd can't move. They're playing lower music. I'm like, it's kind of amazing how they get this feel out here. Right? That's what makes them great. Also, Donald Trump, friends. Donald Trump can read a room. He can read the room. That's why he says these words. I will fire Gary Gensler on day one. You know what I mean? Like, and then he heard the word. He's like, oh, you guys really like that. I've never heard that before. Let me repeat that again. You know what I mean? So you see what I mean? These guys don't do it though. So not everyone does that. It's cumbersome, man. Because like I'm going through 2x speed. You know, you're 2x speeding me. Yeah, I'm going through and I'm like, joke, personal story, anecdote. Okay, 30 seconds information relevant. Okay, then there's a sponsored ad. Okay, fast forward. I'm just spamming the right arrow on the keyboard. Like fast forward. That's what I'm just doing, friends. Like you didn't even know I'm watching stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm saying something here. And I keep going, right? Man, it's kind of fun. It's always like when I watch, I don't even watch. Like I know, like I'm watching so many people stream. Like, I remember, like, I won't even say names. Like, there's people I'll watch, and they'll say, oh, yeah, this one thing happened to me when, and I'll just say that. As soon as they say, this one thing, before he even finishes the word happened, like, I know he's going to say a story. I'll just go fast forward, the next 2-3 minutes in, right? That's how I, like, sift through so many things. Like, it might come across as so efficient, but also, this is your one home run. You need to do this once. You don't need to do this again. You don't, as you get to see it. Because you can literally, you go all in, watch it closely. Okay? So, continuing the MMCrypto, I will tell you when. It didn't start a few weeks ago with Donald Trump election. It started in November 2022 with the bear market low of Bitcoin. That means his bull market is going on for more than 2 years already. This leaves us a few more months only if you account for the cycle lengthens we had before. I expect this run to continue 3 to 6 months max, and then it's a brutal bear market. Hence, latest in summer, I think it's over. And that's okay, bro. This is not a bad thing. You can't even imagine how much gains can be made in a few months. Yeah, but like he's coming from a perspective of, oh, I've got a $4.5 million long Bitcoin. So like, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of money on my leverage. But yeah, that's also another perspective. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to gently bring you up the weekly chart. Just so you can see. Let's look at the days, okay? Because look, remember I've told you how many times the bull market actually started when FTX collapsed, okay? That's why if you go back and check my tweets, I was tweeting like a madman here. I go, congratulations, the bull market's actually started right now. And no, it was like 2 likes. Like no one was like, bro, shut the F up, you scam. No one wanted to look at that, okay? But also, when did the bear market start? Here. Actually, the bear market started here. This was a complacency rally pretty much, okay? You can say here or here, there's a bear market start, but you didn't realize it was till it was halfway. So the bull market actually started here, but you didn't realize it until like halfway. Once again, isn't it funny? We just do mirror fractals. So what you can do is, if you go to the actual bottom, okay, the actual bottom to the actual top, you have 854 days to about 1,070, okay? 854 to 1,070. So 854 would be March, and then if you do 1,070, you have right here October. Okay, so March to October next year. So what about if you check out the Donald Trump cycle? Okay, so this is, friends, where it gets like it's very controversial because you're like, wait, is this the bottom or is that the bottom? But hey, let's not worry about that. Let's do both. Okay, if you assume this was the bottom because you've been sinking for a year, this is the actual bottom. You will get, in the Donald Trump cycle, 1,070 days, or you have 860 days. So funny, it's around the same time. So it's around March to October. But let me tell you this. Alt season, friends, finished January. Okay? It finished January. So even though Bitcoin tops in a week of December, altcoins are done like 6 weeks later, which is important. Because if you remember back in our time here, do you remember we had like March? What I can do is I can just draw this window. Maybe I should like leave this window box up just so we can see. If you do where March is, so that's why I have wave 1 and wave 2, friends. See where these wave 1 and 2. So if you do say March and then you go to October, right here, yeah, that's it. See, we could have Bitcoin could peak out in October, but let's say it peaks out, you know, like second week October, whatever. If you do 6 weeks after that, right, 6 weeks after that, you get literally December. You literally run into December right here. So basically, you get the 4-year cycle. You run all throughout next year. But you don't know about Bitcoin's price. So it's possible that October next year, bull pump month, Bitcoin like hits 300, hopefully, man, hopefully hits like 300,000, right? And then it comes back down. Everyone thinks it's like continuing. And then we have that, this is the Bitcoin lower high. So maybe Bitcoin goes, wee, does that lower high part here. This is alt season. This is like the big alt season distribution because it's a lower high. Altcoins keep running up at that point and it's all over. Okay. So you can FUD yourself out of anything. Look, what do you like? You got to be honest though. You want the longest cycle and so do I. We do. We really want it. But also, did we get a Bitcoin ETF? Yeah. Ethereum ETF? Yeah. Do we have Michael Saylor turbo FOMO buying billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, igniting FOMO into the hearts of everyone? Yeah, we do. Now, do we also have a Donald Trump comeback prophecy? Yeah. Do we have the US government just mentioning the word Bitcoin strategic reserve? Yes. Did Donald Trump dodge, Matrix bullet dodge style, the planned assassination bullet from the deep state? Yes, he did. Just showing you that the impossible happened, okay? You just like, it happened so fast, you're like, oh, I'm a believer, right? But the event was like, it's like, but you couldn't even think about it. The bullet was like, oh my God, I almost got shot. Like, what happened then, right? It just, everything just points me to end of next year, okay? And look, everyone knows 4-year cycle. So the news that comes out end of next year, it's going to have to be gargantuan. I'm talking about like US Federal Reserve says, you know what? We might rotate some gold into Bitcoin. Just say it, bro. Don't do it. Just say it. Just say it. And like, everyone's like, what? The money printer guy of the whole world currency wants to buy this? Time to get out at that point, right? But no one will say you're getting out. They'll say that's a white swan. That's an actual white swan. That you won at that point. But by the way, friends, that is the wet dream of Max Kaiser. You know, Max Kaiser goes to sleep at night. He's not thinking about banging his wife, okay? He's not, friends. He's thinking about what I just told you. Where the Federal Reserve, the world reserve currency, say, you know what? I might get some Bitcoin. Now, obviously, I'm going to be like, bro, this is the biggest psyops of your life. Seize in 12 months when you literally want to kill everybody in the industry. That's what I'll be saying. But it will be a nice journey to get there, wouldn't it be? Whee! What do you think is going to happen, friends? Luckily for you and me, we don't need Jay Powell to come out in the alleyway, drop some hot rocks on ya for like $50 a pop. We don't need him as a dealer, you know, like the currency dealer. We don't need him that. We just need like, you know, we need things to keep continuing, Ethereum price to keep rising, Judge Auntie Carol bake some meme cookies for Christmas, and we're going to be all right in PulseChain because we're so small. You see, that's the advantage of being so small. That game, the next level game is like, okay, next cycle, I'm hoping, man, PulseChain's like 100 billion market cap, and we're like, okay, what's the road to 1 trillion? By then, bro, you've already killed it. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget, he loves you. Catch you soon.